Alright, so here we have resistance in parallel. This is a stepwise fashion setup of resistance resistors, right? So if you wanted to solve for RT, you would have to find the same denominator, which would be to multiply all of them by each other. So we have R1, R2, R3, right? All of them multiply by each other. So basically you're just multiplying this by R2 and R3. So on top you would have 1 times R2, R3, and this would be multiplied by R1 and R3. So R1, R3, and this one will be multiplied by R1 and R2. Basically the ones that are not there. So if you have 3, you're going to multiply by that amount, right? So what I will show you is this. This is a times R2, R1, which is the same thing we'll do up here. And this will be times R1, R3, same thing down here. And this will be times R2, R3, times R2, R3, right? So in that sense, now you can move this up. So you'll be left back with R1, R2, R3 over RT is equal to R2, R3 plus R1, R3 plus R1, R2. Simply move this up and you get R1, R2, R3 equals to RT, everything in brackets. R2, R3 plus R1, R3 plus R1, R2. And guess what? Since everything is over 1, what do you get? You can move this entire thing underneath, and you will end up getting R1, R2, R3 over R2, R3 plus R1, R3 plus R1, R2, all equal to RT. Awesome. And pretty much the same thing for R1 if you want to find R1. But what would you do first? Since you have R1 over RT, you have to move this over here and this over there. So you would say 1 over R1 is equal to 1 over RT minus 1 over R2 minus 1 over R3. Cool? And so you would do the same thing. All of these will multiply, so you will get 1 over R1 is equal to 1 over R1 will be equal to R2, R3 minus RT, R3 minus RT, R2 all over RT, R2, R3. Cool? And so this whole thing will go up here, and this of course will go up here, and this will go down here. Cool? And you will get RT, R2, R3 all over R2, R3 minus RT, R3 minus RT, R2 equals to RT. Cool. And you can always make sure everything makes sense. For instance, if you have RT, you're looking at R2, R3, so times R2, R3. R2 will be times RT, R3, and this will be RT, R3. Pretty much what we have here. So once again, we'll have R2, R3, RT, R3, and R2, and RT, R2. Cool. And that's what we have. And that's what you get. Of course, when you're using your numbers, it wouldn't be so complicated, right?